for some of us, cooking and eating is not a matter of survival anymore. It's a matter of creation and reward. So how do we experience it? The units of taste detection are the taste receptor cells, which are assembled into taste buds and are distributed in different locations in the tongue, in the back, in the lateral, and in the anterior part. We can recognize the taste of many different chemical entities, but these cells have receptors that specifically recognize 5 basic taste modalities. So please note that there is no gustatory map in our tongue, as we were taught in school. There is no that we feel bitter only in the back and then sweet only in the tip. No, actually we have all these receptors in all these places. So we have sweet, which allows us to recognize energy-rich nutrients. We have salty, that ensures that we have a proper electrolyte balance. And we have sour and bitter, that warn us against poison and rotten food. Finally, we have umami, or savory. So this taste modality allows us to recognize amino acids, proteins. It's like a meaty taste. It comes from the Japanese word umai, delicious, and meat taste. It can be found in cheese, meat, mushrooms, soy sauce. Actually, you experience it out there. And please notice that umai is the name of the restaurant that is run by our second speaker, Paul Reich. We have much more than just taste to sense our food. While our tongue is limited, our nose is able to distinguish hundreds of substances, our eyes millions of colors, and our skin and the mucus detect different textures and temperatures. For example, the chili pepper feels like burning and the menthol feels cold because these chemical substances activate thermoreceptors, and then it feels more like a change in temperature than in taste. A subtle but important point is that the words taste and flavor, in Portuguese, gosto, sabor, are very different. So while taste it's referring to this basic 5 modalities I mentioned, flavor is much more. It is taste, but also olfaction, color, texture, expectation, context. So now it's getting easier to understand why these terms are so attractive. Multiple colors, shapes, and textures are very important. But there is another reason on top of that. Sweets feel so good because they raise the levels of dopamine in our brain. This molecule is usually associated with the so-called reward response. So there is a decrease in pain sensations, an increase of feelings of happiness, and there is a general sense of well-being. But there are many questions that still remain open. One of our very own scientists and the speaker in the first article, maybe you remember him, is Albino Oliveira Minor. He showed that with no taste, animals are able to trigger this dopamine reward response after the injection or ingestion of sugar. So this raises the question, is our attraction to sweet food innate, or is it actually learned? And he also told me just a couple hours ago that actually carnivores don't have sweet taste receptors. So because they don't need it, they just need the whole thing. Finally, I would like to stress that now we have the opportunity to enjoy food for its hedonic effects. But there are serious issues regarding distribution and consumption. There is almost as much obese people in the world as there is hungry people. So this poses many challenges for scientists, politicians, for each one of us. But challenges are the driving force to move forward. And as we scientists say, knowledge is power. Thank you very much.